All right, guys, so now that we have the front and back cover, we're going to start our 25 items. So if I go back to my sheet, you'll see that I have a list of 25 items that I can choose from. So I'm going to go back to the menu and start this process. So I'm going to click on, I was trying to remember if there was anything else I wanted to do to this document. I know I thought about putting a pattern in the background, but I kind of like the way this is. But there is something that I thought about. I saw another image that I like better. So this will also show you how to replace images. I know we did that in the first one too, but I'm going to go back to it. So I'm going to click on the image. I'm going to go to the links panel. I'm going to go to relink the one that's just a clip. And I'm going to look for that image. Oh, so many good, really good photos. That's the one that I have. This one I saw, and I really like that. I kind of like how the background is. I like how it fades into the black, so it'll fade into that black that we have. So I want to see what that looks like. So I'm going to bring this one in. Oh, I do like that. So I might actually expand the frame. Let me click off for a second. Hit W for a second. I really do like that. Okay. And so I have to bring that up to here. And I'm going to click on the image inside of the frame and make that a little bit larger. Actually, I want to expand the bottom. I just want to expand this part and this part all the way to the edge. And we move it up. Yeah, I do like this image. We hit W. See how that's looking. I like how that's looking. So I like this image a little bit more. It is just more exciting. Now, one of the things I will tell you, I'm gonna bring it down a little bit, is this image is so bold and it's so dominant that, let me close my eyes, let me look. It does change the focal point to where the focus is the image. Now, this one is simple enough that I can get away with that. Um, but I do think that the image is just a little bit too bold, a little bit too dominant. Because now, what's the most important thing on my page? Is it my logo or is it my image? Now, typically, I would want the image to be the most important thing to the page, as I do, but I'm just not quite sure I like the effect and how these two are blending. I really love this image, but I'm not sure it's the image that I can use. Let me see. Because there is a fight right now. Right now, the fight for dominance. The logo, with it being bright yellow against a black background, the contrast is so strong there. And then I have this image that is big, bold, pow, you know, in your face. And I got to decide, I have to make a decision. But let me see. Let me see if I play with this a little bit. Let's just see how. Maybe if I kind of play on the Burgers R Us. Okay, now that is countering that. I kind of like it a little bit more, but I still don't know. Let me see. I just want to make sure it's not so close to that. we go. So now I'm doing is hitting W back and forth. So this is going this way. So if I were to look at this, I'm leading here. I also look at the flow of the document as well. This kind of angle brings me down to here, which is the flow that I want. Just don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna sit on this for a second, and we'll see which one I want to go with. Zoom out. I honestly think it's too much. I think the other image is really the better image, but we'll see. All right. So, well, not the better image. The better image for this particular layout, I'll say. All right. Well, I'm gonna move on to the other parts because I'm getting tired. This is crazy. All right. So the next thing we do, we're gonna start building our menu. I'm gonna hit W so that I can see our our menu, and I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna grab these items for. This is just the items on the appetizer and Twinkies. So appetizer and desserts. Let me go ahead and paste that in here. And initially, I'm just gonna go ahead and put that here. Okay. And then I'm gonna go grab the rest, which was the side dishes, which I really don't need. I actually already have way over 25 items. But all right, stuff here. And what I'm gonna do is go ahead and set this up as two columns. So up here at the top, I can set two columns. And actually, I want that to go over there. Yeah. I am absolutely missing something. Hang on. Earrings. Missing the word appetizer. Okay. Uh, okay. So now that I got all the text, pretty much that I'm going to use in my document in place, now I can start working on the formatting. I can also decide that I want to bring another image in here. You know, so maybe I'll bring in. Let me see. Maybe I want to show them eating. Oh, I kind of like this too. Like, what if I had the menu start right here, and then this image? Let me see. 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 I don't know. My son is right outside of my door. I don't know why he's loud. Okay. So I'm gonna bring this image in and see. There we go. Okay. Kind of like it. I kind of like it. And this is one of those things where your image kind of, where I let the image lead my design. Always, always let it lead my design. Let me see. Um, Hang on. All right, so I bought this image in. And so what I want to do Not sure if it's gonna work with the idea that I have or not, but a few ways that I can make this work. So let me go to the layers panel. Of course, I need to click on the image so I know where it is. I'm gonna bring it below the text. All right, that looks good. Um, with the image, I can change the transparency if need be. Um, but for now, let me see how I can work this image in. So another thing I got to keep in mind, this seam, where that seam is where the image is going to fold. So I just got to keep that in mind as I'm setting this up. I think this is the setup that I want. So I have a few ways that I could work this. One would be to work with the feather and feather that out. Another way would be to put a background behind this so that I can create that contrast that I need to make this work. But right now, I'm going to hide this for a second because what I wanted was to know where the fold is and where that image stops so that I can set this up. Okay, so there's my fold. Might have to, okay. All right, we shall see. I'm gonna put it all the way to the edge for now. All right, so now what I wanna do is go ahead and start setting up my styles for my document. So I'm gonna go to my styles menu, which should be down here. It says paragraph styles. I'm gonna pull that out, bring this down. I'm going to go ahead and select it all. I forget what font. Actually, I need to go find out what font that was. That was Marion. Okay. So I'm going to select this all. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, okay. And I'm going to click on the plus for a new style. So all you're doing is clicking the plus. I'm going to name this body because this is the main style. I'm going to, so this dialog box, you guys who've taken my class before know about this very well, but this is where you set up your paragraph style. So I need the body name, based on, I'm not worried about based on yet because this is the first style that I'm creating. These are the categories over here to the left. I'm going to choose basic character format. And this is where I'm going to put that style name, which was Mary on. Yep. Um, and I'm going to hit preview so that I can preview what's happening. All right. So the regular size we're saying is 16. Kerning we're saying looks good. Tracking I might increase a little bit. And that's just so that I have better readability. Um, case looks fine. Position looks fine. Um, what else? I do want to affect leading. Let me increase that leading a little bit. Okay, that looks good. Um, so we can go through these indent and spacing. This is how you set up your indents. Right now, there is a spacing, but I'm going to delete that tab. Let me see. Paragraph rules, borders, you can set up all that fun stuff if you need to. And we will be going through this. But what I want to turn off is hyphenation. Make sure I don't have any hyphens that are unwanted. Everything else I think is good. If I wanted to set up a character color, I could set up a character color here. But for now, let me just hit OK. All right. So I like this. Right now, it has the font that we are using. What I'm going to do is reduce any additional spacing. We're going to make the spacing happen in our paragraph styles. So these are manual spacing right now that are in here, which is from the Word document. But we're going to set all that up inside of a style. So I'm going to say entrees. As a matter of fact, before I even go through all that, I'm going to put my cursor inside of appetizer. I'm going to make another style. This is going to be for all of the, I would say, headings for the page. Um, what I want those to be is definitely a lot bigger. Let's say 19. I'm going to say 20. And then the case, I'm going to say small caps. Yep, yep, yep. And then letting, I'm going to say it's okay. Tracking, looks like it's okay. And if I need to make any changes, I can go back in here and make them at any point in time. Indent and spacing looks good for now. I'll go by basic character format real quick. And I want it to be bold, of course. Definition should already be on. I'm trying to see if there's anything else that I want. I might want to give it some type of border, not border. Yeah, border or a paragraph rule. I'll say border. Let me see. Definitely only want to go over the word. So I'm gonna say border. I'm going to give it a color. I could. That's not what I meant to do. I can play with the color. I haven't set any other color, so I'm just gonna say yellow, and then I'm gonna keep it at that tint. But I could change the tint if I wanted to. I could change the offsets and stuff if I wanted to, and all that fun stuff. Now I'm not really gonna do border. Actually, more so in shading or paragraph rules, but that's how you do a border. If I wanted to do shading, which looks like this, maybe go ahead and make it that yellow, and then I could give it some offset a little bit on all sides. That's a lot. That's a little bit. Okay. Just a little bit. I could also set it to, right now it's going to the edge. I could actually, instead of going to the column, I could have it go to the text width. And then I could either clip it to the frame, clip it to the print. So I have options that I could do in this one. But what I really want is going to be a rule. But that's what it's going to look like as far as the shading. Just gives it a shade. I'm going to uncheck that. Notice I did rule last so that I can show you. All right. And then if I wanted to do a paragraph rule, this is what a paragraph rule looks like. So let me go ahead and change the color to that yellow. And I can do a rule above or a rule below. What I'm going to do is change the weight. See how I change the weight and it's getting a little larger. Typically, I will split this rule up to above and below so I can get it to look how I want it. But I'm just going to say, I kind of just want something like that. And then I could also, with this one, I could go and have it go to the column or the text like that. Give it a little bit of padding if I wanted to, but I actually kind of like this look right here. And that's kind of what I'm going for. But I can go with offset and all that fun stuff. But I'm going to hit OK. And that's what I want to happen. So now what's going to happen is if I click on Entree and I choose headings, notice it's all going to take that headings. I'll make this one drinks, capital D. And remember, I didn't set the spacing of these yet. I will. I just right now want to make this as easy as possible. Side dishes, go to heading, mixed drinks, headings. Funny, I don't drink, so I didn't know what mixed drinks to put in here. Heading and soup. Okay, so now that I have that, reducing this heading will be much easier. So I'm going to go here. It is just much easier to see what is what. Let me just reduce the spacing, because the reason I want to reduce the spacing from here is we're going to create that spacing ourselves. Oh my goodness. Salads, soups. All right, I'm not gonna make you guys watch me do all the spacing, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the spacing, and when I come back, all the spacing will be done, and then we'll continue our paragraph rules. All right, guys. So as you can see, I went through and I got rid of all the spacing. I also saw some were lowercase, and I went ahead and corrected that. So right now we have our basic menu, and the only thing that we did was we made a style. Um, we set up a style, and the style that we set up was our headings and for our body. Um, Now we need to go a little deeper with the headings, because as we can see, our information is a little bit too close. So let's go ahead and double click on headings. And that area is going to be in our indent and spacing. It's going to be these areas right here. Space before means the space before the paragraph. Oh goodness, you know what I noticed? That's actually body. Okay. Whew. All right. Let me double click. Okay. So what happened was I had my cursor inside a Cajun shrimp, and then I double clicked on the style. So it thought that I wanted to make that style Cajun shrimp. So pay attention to where your cursor is before you do that, before you select it, or you can select it to the menu. But anyway, I'll show you that in a little bit. But so what we're going to do now is we're going to go to indent and spacing and go ahead and set up our spacing. So space before is space before the paragraph. That means that space between here. Space after is a space after the paragraph. Right now, I want to affect space before. So with preview, I'm going to click on this plus, and as we can see, I can see it moving down. So as soon as I'm happy with this spacing in between, then we are golden. And I am pretty happy. I'm going to hit OK. Another thing I noticed is I need to make sure I have the right case. All right, so desserts, side dishes to get capital S. You know what? I don't even need the word dishes. Let me talk the sides. I'm gonna say side. Oh my goodness, my computer is doing some weird stuff. Let me say sides. Mixed drinks, salads, and soups. All right, I'm gonna save that. Okay, I like that. Okay, so I like the spacing. So the next one that I'm going to affect is I'm going to make one, you know what, since all the body is the list, then I can just click on here. All right, So if I don't want to affect this, because this is what's going to happen, watch. If I click that and I click that, then I'm going to mess it up. So I don't want to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to body. I didn't click. I'm just going to right click and then choose edit body. And now it'll bring me into that same menu. That way I don't accidentally click on make it a style that it shouldn't be. All right. So what I'm going to do is go back to indent and spacing. And I want to indent this since it's under a title. So I'm going to go to left indent and then, oh, that's right. I forgot because I have this style based off of body. Everything that I do is going to affect that. So what I'm going to do is what I was going to do in the first place, which was make these a different style. Only because if I do have other body information to bring in here, I'm going to want to affect that information separate. So I'm gonna make another list and I'm gonna call this, I'll say menu items. Because I might want a menu description. Now I'm not gonna do a menu description for this, but I'm just saying I might want a menu description. So I actually should have had all these be menu items. You can actually create shortcut keys for these if you want. All right. So now that I have them all menu items, I'm going to save that. I'm going to right click, edit menu items, and that's the one that I'm going to put this indent and spacing, left indent, bring it in a little bit, okay? And then I like that. Yep, I'm gonna hit okay. And I'm going to try to bring, oops, not gonna work. Okay. I was gonna try to bring desserts over there on the other menu. However, that's not gonna work. Oh, I definitely want to give this tracking and kerning because those characters are way too tight. So I'm gonna give some tracking a little bit more. That is not what I meant to do. Okay. And let me look. Let me look and see how I like this. Paragraph styles right there. It's not bad. I'm gonna say pineapple cake. So let's see. See what we're working with. My goal is to make sure I have enough room. There. Let me see. Strawberry. Okay. I'm just trying something out so that I can see how this other image that I want to bring in is going to fit. All right. So another thing too, with a menu, we have prices. So I'm going to tab after each one, and I'm not going to worry about where the tab is. So I'm going to say onion rings. I'm going to say $2. Um, Wings. All I'm doing is hitting tab right after. So wings, I'm going to say um, wings. I'm a cheap restaurant, I guess. $8. Um, I'm gonna say 8 wings. Um, Potato wedges. What? You know what? That'll be in the description. All right, potato wedges. I'm gonna say $2. All right, I don't even need the that. None of mine are gonna have change. It's gonna all be a set amount. Tab. So for mozzarella sticks, I'm gonna say $2. Although that's like $4. I don't know. Cajun shrimp, I'm gonna say $8. Right? And I'm just tapping right after. Master burger, that's the big burger. I'm gonna say $19. Kids burger, I'm gonna say $3. Baconizer burger, I'm gonna say $13. Everything burger, I'm gonna say $20. Grilled cheese, I'm gonna say $5. Okay. Coke, $2. All drinks are $2. Orange, I like orange juice, orange whatever. It's orange soda. Dr. Pepper, $2. My goodness, I'm sorry guys. This computer is just like $2. Coffee, $1. Brownie Aloha, all desserts. I could make desserts all one price, you know? Um, I'll say all desserts. Tell you, who would have thought this would be so hard? All right, $8. What? Hang on. All right, tab. You're like, man, those prices are expensive. I would definitely do market research if I was a restaurant owner to make sure. Um, but I'm just throwing prices in here. All right, Twinkies. That's all that's at a fair. Never have I had it. I think my child might have had it. Okay, not sure. All right, so French fries. I'm gonna say $2. Onion rings. Oh, this is fries as a side, so no, that's a larger portion. Let's tab, larger portion. And well, onion rings usually more. 6. Fried green beans are usually more too. I don't know why. $7. Strawberry daiquiri. I don't even know if I spelled right. But I'm gonna say strawberry daiquiri. I don't know how much drinks are. Let's say $16. It's probably too much. Say $10. All right. Grilled chicken salad. I do know this because I get this all the time. $10. And then fried chicken salad. $1. Potato soup. Get this all the time. It is so good. $6. Crab soup. I'll say $7. French onion soup. I see all the time. I'm gonna say $6. And tomato soup. I'm gonna say $5. All right, so I'm gonna save this and watch the magic happen. So what I want to happen is I want these prices and I want a leader to go out to here with the prices. So what I need to do is I'm going to go back into our style panel for paragraph styles. And I'm going to click on menu items. I'm going to go to tab. Then the first thing, step 1, I'm going to click in this gray box one time. Click. There you go. So when I click, I'll see that blue arrow. Only one, because I only did it one time. So far, so good. Notice how they're lining up. So what I'm going to do is in X, I'm going to move it out, making sure it's previewed so that I can see it move. And when I'm happy with the spot that it's in, that's at 3. Maybe I'll go 350. Let's try 3.5. That's not bad. Can we go more? Let's try 4. All right, I'm gonna say 4 is good. All right, and then the last step is depending on what you want. I just want a leader, so a single leader. I'm gonna put a period in there. I'm gonna hit tab, and then you'll see the leader show up. Okay, so I'm gonna hit OK. I'm happy with that. Close the paragraph menu, and now I have a menu fully equipped with leaders. And now, maybe, just maybe, we shall see. I'm going to grab that image. Remember that picture I had earlier? Yeah. I'm going to try to see. Let me see. Let me see something real quick. I try the onion rings, wings, potatoes. All right. I'm going to try to grab that picture that I had earlier. I'm just going to turn the layer on. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to move this over just a little bit. Keeping in mind the distance that I want to be from that center line, which is the fold. Okay. And so what I might do at this point is I'm going to click on this image and I'm going to change the transparency. So here's the deal. Anytime I have text going on top, I want the opacity to be super light. Like I said, I usually do not put text over anything over 7%. And that is for readability. You don't want to be hit with readability. And to you, this looks so light, but it is not. Trust me, it prints so much darker. And if you want to test it, print it out at home and you'll see that it prints so much darker. Hit W. Let's see how that looks. I like how that looks, but I would prefer if the food was over here, or if I started this over here. So what I might do, bring this down some. Just a little bit. I was thinking about getting rid of one because I really want desserts over there. So let me see. Funnel cake, strawberry cheesecake, chocolate sundae, caramel sundae, strawberry sundae. You know what I could do is chocolate. I could just do one sundae and then as another layer to that, let me go to my let's do chocolate strawberry caramel. Chocolate strawberry or caramel. So what I can do with this, go to paragraph styles, make a new one, and this will be sub menu items. So let me look at this. Basic character format's definitely going to be smaller for this one. And the indent and spacing is definitely going to be more for this one. Okay. Hit OK. So now layer. All right, I'm going to go back into these paragraph styles real quick because the body, let me see. Oops. Menu items. I kind of want it to align. Well, I want to look at how it looks if I align it to a grid. We can't see the grid, but it's always there. So I can say first line only. Let's see how that looks. Or I can do all lines. Let's see. Yeah, I should have known that was gonna. Yeah, it looks neater, but it messed up the alignment. But I did want to show you that that does exist. Yeah. Oh man. I had all this stuff down here. Let's see. Oh wow. Hold on. Do I didn't realize I had stuff that wasn't showing on the. Okay, let's see. Oops. Let me bring this down. One second. All right, so let's see. Okay, so what I want to do next is I wanted to see if I can bring pieces of this image, like by moving it up. Let me see. All right, I'm gonna lock the text layer so that when I grab this, move this up. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. Move this over. And I'm gonna make this a little bit larger. All right, save that. All right, so what else do I want to do? Let's go see what other requirements we need for to call ourselves complete. All right, we got the name, we got the logo, we got the address of the restaurant, inside and back cover. We got 25 menu items. We included appetizer, entree, drinks, desserts. We also include side dishes, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. We have at least 4 graphics, all at 300 DPI. Even though this is talking about a brochure, I like to cover all grounds. So graphics all over. Nice. CMYK logo on the front. We did that. We did that. Use Illustrator or Photoshop. Just because I was doing this video, though, I just did it in InDesign. Definitely use Illustrator for yours. Or if you do use InDesign, like I said, go bring that logo into InDesign, save it as a logo, because you can just copy and paste it in, save it as a logo, and then um, uh, place that into your InDesign document. All right, additional stipulations. This is the second level design course. Blah blah blah. Make sure you guys are looking at design. Yep. Didn't use those fonts. Low res graphics. All graphics are high res. PDF must have your first and last name on it, and package it. Okay, so that's where we are. All right, sweet. So we are golden, actually. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. And the last thing I wanted to do Let me unlock this. Let me bring this back to the top. Because I have something I want to put here. But I actually want to span this column, and that's so the appetizer will come all the way over here, so that this would move down, so to be in line with here. But let me go ahead and bring one more image in, and that's going to make all four. So we have 1, 2, this background image is 3, and one more image. So I'm going to Control D. So I drop another image in. I love the family eating the burger. That might be one. I also love that. I know that the image I want is a landscape image, um, because that's the area that I have is landscape. That is too cool. I love them eating their sandwich. I don't know. Let's see what I can do with that one. And they have on the yellow. Kind of matches the signature. Kind of goes with our brand. All right, so I'm bring this down. Grab this photo. And bring that out. Let's see. And if I don't like that photo, remember, I can always relink it. So I can go to my links panel because the blue is just too strong. So I'm definitely probably not going to use this one. But I go to the links panel. I can go to that paperclip link and can look through. I do like their photo. Really like this one. Um, that one. This one just looks like it's talking to you. Let's just see. That's crazy burger right there. I'm gonna go in here. Maybe move that up some. like that. I don't like such a hard edge. So what I'm going to do is try to work these corners. Up here, I have my corner edges. I can round this a little bit and see how it rounds that edge. I kind of like that much better than the sharp corner. Okay. So I'm going to save this. Let's go back to, I think we made sure, yep, we have everything. So now our brochure is done. Let's minimize it. What we can do now is preview this as a PDF, but we could also package it to print. So I'm just going to package it first. I'm going to go to File, Print. Sorry, that's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to File. This is how you know you're tired, I tell you. And I'm just going to go down to Package. And when we package, here's our information. The fonts, it tells us what fonts we use. Our links tells us what links we use. We just want to make sure we don't have any hazard signs in these areas. Colors, where, okay. Fonts, okay. So I'm going to hit package. Then it said first name, last name. So I'm going to put my first name and BREA. I'll put dash. That's dash Latson. Menu demo, and then the word folder. Keep it exactly as it says. Keep that word folder there. Do not uncheck any of these. Make sure all of these are checked, with the exception of these two. Use document hyphenation and include fonts from hidden areas. Don't worry about those two. Include all of these as is. Okay, I'm going to bring it into my FCC folder. Graphics 2. And then I'm going to package it. Now it's going to give me a font restriction, just saying that, hey, fonts could be copywritten, and all the rules with that. So, okay. It's going to go through and it's going to package this document. Now, while it's packaging, I'll show you how to do the PDF as well. However, you won't need to do a separate PDF, but I want to show you how to do it as well. So I'm going to go to File. I'm going to export, and then I'm going to choose this same Graphics 2 folder. I'm going to export the PDF for print. I'm going to choose Save. All of the default settings are cool. High quality print. That's going to be good. Just hit export. The only thing we want to do is make sure that view PDF export. And that's just, especially while I'm doing a demo, that's just going to show you the PDF as soon as it exports and what it looks like. So you can just check it out right on the screen digitally. Okay, so as soon as it opens, all right, so let me go ahead and do this. Okay, so this is the front of the menu. It folds like that. There's the back, and then this is the inside of our menu with our 25 items that falls along everything that we were supposed to make sure that's here. This is the PDF. Now let me show you what the package file looks like. I'm going to go to Documents, FCC folder. We're going to go into the Graphics 2 folder. And this is the package file. You're not going to do anything to this. Don't take anything out of it. Don't put anything in it. Let's go into it. And notice, so it's got the IDML file, it's got the INDD file, and it already has a PDF. This is why I said you do not need to make a separate PDF. It's already going to be included. It also includes all the document fonts and all of the links. The reason I stress to you not to do anything with this folder is because I need all of this stuff to grade you. If I don't have it, then I don't have anything to grade. Okay, so do not take anything out. Now, your only other instruction so that you can get it to me on Blackboard is to zip it. So, what you're going to do is right click. Yours with Windows will say zip or something. It has, but the word compress or the word zip or whatever, whichever word, click on that, and then you don't have to do anything else. It's gonna go through. It's gonna zip the file for you, um, that folder with everything in it, and all you're doing is grabbing this file and uploading that to Blackboard, that zip folder, and that is it. That's all you have to do. We have met the requirements in this recording, so hopefully this helps you guys out, and I look forward to seeing your work.